Hello, everyone. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube broadcast of my 1950 Boston Red Sox replay season using PC Replay Baseball. Nice to see you all here today. We're at Fenway Park, June 10th, 1950, for the Detroit Tigers at the Boston Red Sox. Today, I thought I'd start a little differently. For those people who might not be so familiar with the 1950 season, let me read to you a little bit about what Wikipedia has written about the 1950 Detroit Tigers season. The team compiled a record of 95 and 59, the second best record in the major leagues, behind the New York Yankees. The Tigers spent most of the season in first place, but lost the pennant to the Yankees in the final 2 weeks of the season. Red Rolfe was the team's manager for the second season and received the Sporting News Manager of the Year award. The Tigers' home attendance of 1.9 million was a team record at the time and the second highest in the major leagues during 1950. The pitching staff was led by Art Houtman, who compiled a 19-12 record and a 354 earned run average and pitched 21 complete games. Dizzy Trout led the team with a 722 winning percentage, second best in the American League, with a 13-5 record and a 375 ERA. Fred Hutchinson compiled a 17-8 record. The team's overall ERA of 4.12 was the second best in the American League. The batters were led by third baseman George Kell, who led the American League with 218 hits and 56 doubles, and ranked second with a 340 batting average and finished fourth in the American League MVP voting. Right fielder Vic Wertz led the team with 27 home runs and 123 RBIs and finished 10th in the AL MVP voting. Center fielder Hoot Evers had a 323 batting average, 109 RBIs, led the AL with triples with 11, and ranked third in slugging percentage at .551. Second baseman Jerry Pretty led the American League second baseman with 542 assists, 150 double plays, finished 17th in the AL MVP voting. And shortstop Johnny LaPond compiled a 378 on-base percentage and led the AL shortstops with 483 assists and 126 double plays. That's a little bit about the Detroit Tigers season. If you've been following me, you probably know a lot about the Red Sox season. This Red Sox team was pretty spectacular at the bat. The team scored a record 1,027 runs, one of only 6 teams to score more than 1,000 runs in a season in the modern era. That's post-1900, along with the 1999 Cleveland Indians, and one of 2 teams to do so post-World War II. The 1950 Red Sox compiled a 302 batting average and remained the most recent Major League team to record a 300 or higher team batting average for a season. And it's a very exciting team. They've played some really high-scoring games. We've had a few high-scoring games here. This is the 8th broadcast we've had since we started. But their bats go silent once in a while. And today's matchup is Fred Hutchinson, who was 1-2 for the season, against Chuck Stobbs, who is 4-3 for Boston. Both teams have pretty close in the standings. Detroit, Boston, and the Yankees are all within 1 game of one another for first place. If you check over here at the standings, let's take a look. We'll see that Detroit's in first place, but they're a half a game behind the Yankees because of percentage points, and then the Red Sox 1 game back in third place. Anyway, that's a little bit about today's game. It should be an exciting one. Let's go down to the field. As you know, in the past, we let the AI pick the lineups, and the reason for that, as I don't play the as-played lineups, is because of Ted Williams, who only played half a season because of an injury he received in the All-Star game, and I want him to play most of the season so I can see if I can win the pennant, which is my objective. Let's see who the AI's got. They got everybody in there that's supposed to be there. We're going to use that lineup, so let's switch over to Boston. Boston hasn't put Ted Williams in an AI lineup in a month. I'm obviously overusing him, but I'm going to continue to do it till the game doesn't let me. And there you go. These three guys I'm going to move around, or these two guys. I'm going to sit Billy Goodman today. Tom DiMaggio, I'm going to move to batting first. Ted Williams, I'm going to put third. Ted Williams is left field, of course. Tom DiMaggio, center field. The only other change here would be Bertie Tebbet's catching, but I think I'm going to leave him in. And let's go down to the field.
Replay Radio is live from Boston. Top of the first.
Okay, here we go. Let's go over the Detroit Tiger lineup. Batting first at shortstop is Johnny LaPon. Batting second at second base, Jerry Pretty. Batting third at third base is George Kell. Batting fourth in right field, Vic Wertz. Batting fifth in left field, Hoot Evers. Johnny Groth is batting sixth. I hope I pronounced that right. Don Calloway is batting seventh at first base. The catcher is Aaron Robertson batting eighth with Fred Hutchinson on the mound. In the field for the Red Sox, we have Pesky at third, Stevens at short, Dorr at second, Dropo at first. That's their starting infield. Williams, DiMaggio, Zarilla, which is their normal outfield. Tebbet's catching. Staub's pitching. Johnny LaPon due up. And here's the first roll. And he grounds out to short.
One out, bases empty.
Batting second, Jerry Pretty. He's got a .259 average, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. And he hits a line drive single to right field. Al Zarilla, we have a roll for an error. Zarilla's an average outfielder. And this would be a good time, if this is the first time you've watched these broadcasts, to remind you that it's not going to be the typical play-by-play, because sometimes one roll is needed for the outcome of a play, sometimes two, once in a while three, and on occasion four. So the play-by-play could be broken up like this on more than one occasion, but here's the roll for the error. It is an error, and Pretty will be going to second. And he holds up at second as Zarilla.
One out, man on second.
Picks the ball up, throws it back to Dorr. And the third batter, George Kell, up, runner on second. Kell's batting .407. He's having a great season so far. 3 home runs, 44 RBIs. And here's the pitch. And he hits a deep fly ball. Zarilla's going to catch it on the warning track right in front of the bullpens, and Pretty's going to walk into third base after he tags up.
2 outs, man on third.
Vic Wertz, who this season's batting .299 with 11 home runs, 46 RBIs, is going to face Staub, who is a left-handed pitcher, who should have a little advantage, but let's see what happens. Pretty's on third. Here's the pitch.
Ball 4. Take the base.
And Staubs lets him get away. Runners on first and third, 2 away.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Hoot Evers coming to the plate, a .274 batter. He has 8 home runs, 45 RBIs. And he's going to line out to second base to end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the first.
At the end of the first half inning, it's Detroit nothing. Red Sox coming to bat. Let's go over the Red Sox lineup. We have batting first in center field, Dom DiMaggio. Batting second at third, Johnny Pesky. In his usual spot, batting third, left fielder, Ted Williams. Vern Stevens batting fourth at short. At first base, batting fifth, Walt Dropo. Batting sixth at second base, Bobby Dorr. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Al Zarilla. Bertie Tebbetts is catching, batting eighth. And Chuck Stubbs is pitching and batting ninth. Defensively for the Tigers, we have Kell at third, LaPon at short, Pretty at second, Callaway at first, Evers, Groth, and Wirtz in the outfield, Robertson catching, Hutchinson pitching. Dom DiMaggio steps in, and here's the first roll for the Red Sox. And he gets a line drive single to left field. Evers picks it up on a hop. Well, we're going to have another roll here. It possibly will be a triple. It will be a triple if this is a 6. It's a 5, so it's a single for Dom DiMaggio.
No outs, men on first.
It's very hard to hit a triple in Fenway Park's left field, although I've seen a couple ricocheted line drives off the scoreboard on the left field wall where the ball rolls away from the outfielders. I've seen one inside the park home run, and I've seen 1 or 2 triples when it's done that. Oh, there's a ladder hanging on the left field wall at Fenway Park. Every now and then a ball hits that ladder and bounces a crazy direction. Johnny Pesky stepping in, batting .308, 1 home run, 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch by Hutchinson. And he singles to right fielder Dick Wirtz. Dom DiMaggio
No outs, men on first and second.
is going to hold at second base as Vic Wirtz picks the line drive up and throws it into Pretty. Batting third, Ted Williams. He's having quite a year so far, .342, 12 home runs, 49 runs batted in. Runners on first and second. The infielders are playing halfway for a double play. And here's the pitch to Williams. And Williams is a walk machine, and he walks again. The bases are loaded.
No outs, bases loaded. The first baseman is playing in.
Vern Stevens coming up. Vern Stevens having a great year, .353 batting average, 15 home runs, 63 RBIs. He leads the team in home runs and RBIs. He's doing a great job. He's had some great games. He's particularly teed off on the St. Louis Browns. Today, Hutchinson is looking in and taking a moment. Here's the pitch. And there's a short fly ball to center field. Groth puts it away for the out. The runner on third is going to tag, and he's going to be something. Let's see what happens. I believe he's going to be out at the plate.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Well, that didn't work out really well, as Dom DiMaggio was thrown out by Groth. That ball must not have been deep enough. Waldropo's stepping in now. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, a little different than the bases loaded with nobody out. Dropo, who is going to win the Rookie of the Year award in real life in 1950, is batting .288 with 2 home runs and 19 RBIs in this replay. Hits the ball to short. He's going to be out at first to end the inning.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Top of the second.
Well, that was disappointing. The Red Sox had every opportunity to score on Hutchinson and the Tigers in the first inning, but they couldn't do it. After 1, no score. Joni Gross stepping in. He's batting .352, 1 home run, 25 RBIs. Stubbs throws, and he walks him.
No outs, men on first.
Between 1946 and the early 50s, for some reason, there were a lot of walks in the American and National League. There's been studies done about it, but I don't think anybody's figured out why so many walks occurred. Anyway, Groth is on first. Callaway stepping in, batting .350 with 3 home runs, 34 RBIs. And Groth is going to attempt to steal. And he's going to be caught stealing as Tebbets throws him out.
1 out, bases empty.
Well, Callaway, instead of batting with a runner on first and nobody out, is batting with the bases empty and one away. And he hits a line drive single to right field. Doesn't that always happen? He may turn this into a double because he only has to be higher than a 2. But it's a 1, so it's a single.
1 out, men on first.
Well, the Red Sox are getting some breaks here in this inning. Callaway doesn't double. The run is caught stealing. The catcher Robinson's stepping up to the plate. 1 out. Runner on first. He's a 196 hitter. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. The infield's playing halfway for the double play.
Ball 4. Take your base.
But Staubs walks him, one of the weakest hitters in the lineup.
1 out, men on first and second.
Hutchinson stepping in. Hutchinson has got 3 hits at 10 at-bats this season. So he is, although he's a left-handed batter, he's not an automatic out for Staubs.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
There's a possible fielder's choice and error here, but there won't be an error as you see that 66. That means Staubs did not have an error in 1950. The runner is thrown out at third on the fielder's choice. Now there's 2
2
away.
outs, men on first and second.
That didn't work out for the Tigers either. Johnny LaPond coming up. He grounded to short his first time up. And he's going to walk to load the bases.
Two outs, bases loaded.
Staubs is doing everything he can to not get out of this inning. Pretty steps in. He singled his first time up. And he's going to hit the ball to third, and he's going to be out at first.
No runs, 1 hit, and 3 left on.
At the end of an inning and a half, still no score.
Bottom of the second.
Bobby Doerr is stepping in. It'll be Doerr, Zarilla, Tebbets, and if anybody gets on, the pitcher Staubs is up next. Bobby Doerr is batting .387 this year, 11 home runs, 43 runs batted in. And he's going to fly out to right field.
1 out, bases empty.
Al Zarilla steps in. Zarilla, a left-handed batter. He's batting .357 this year, 4 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Hutchinson. He's going to line out to second base.
2 outs, bases empty.
Bertie Tebbets coming to bat. He's batting .221, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's at the end of his career. He'll go on to manage and have a successful managing career. Here's the pitch. And he singles to center field.
2 outs, men on first.
Boston gets their third hit. Chuck Staubs is stepping in. Chuck Staubs is a really good hitter. He's 5 hits and 17 at-bats. He's also got 4 walks to add to that. Hutchinson checks Tebbets at first and throws to Staubs. And he ends the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the third.
At the end of 2, Detroit nothing, Boston nothing. Here in the third inning, it's going to be Kell, Wirtz, and Evers. Staubs has dodged a bullet so far today. George Kell flied to right field his first time out. Here's the pitch. And he signals to left field to start the inning.
No outs, men on first.
That's the third hit for Detroit. Both teams have 3 hits. Vic Wirtz is stepping in, lefty against a lefty. Wirtz walked his first time at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a comebacker right to the mound. He throws to second for the force out. We're going to try a double play. Let's see what happens. And Wirtz beats the throw to first base, just a fielder's choice.
1 out, man on first.
Wirtz is on first. He's a little slower runner than Kell is, so that's no advantage to Detroit. Hoot Evers stepping in. He lined out to second. 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. And he hits a fly ball to left field. Williams is there, and he's under it and grabs it for the out.
2 outs, man on first.
If Stubbs gets growth, then he's going to have a fairly easy inning compared to his other innings. Growth walked his first time up, where it's on first. Stubbs looks in at Growth, and he throws. And he hits the ball to short. He's going to throw to first, but it may be close. It's going to be, as my friend Al, Red Sox fan, says, it's going to be a bang-bang play.
Hey.
He's safe.
Two outs, men on first and second.
Gross singles, gets the fourth hit for the Tigers. Don Callaway stepping in. He singled his last time up. Stubbs is in trouble again, although he's allowed no runs in this game. Callaway's looking at him, and Stubbs throws. And he hits a short fly ball to right field to end the inning.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the third.
The end of 2.5, there's still no score. Dom DiMaggio is going to lead off for the second time today, followed by Pesky and Williams. DiMaggio singled his first time out. He made it to third base and was thrown home attempting to tag up. And he's hit by the pitch.
No outs, man on first.
He rubs it off. Tough guy, that Dom DiMaggio. He's on first base. Pesky is up. Infield playing halfway for the double play. Pesky singled his first time up. He hits the ball to second, over to short, back to first for a double play.
Turn today.
And the Red Sox once again
2 outs, bases empty.
have a promising inning thwarted by a double play. Ted Williams steps up. Ted Williams walked his first time up. And he hits a double in the left field. Evers picks the ball up, throws it to the shortstop. Williams walks into second base standing.
2 outs, man on second.
Vern Stevens batting now with Williams in scoring position. Both teams have 4 hits. In the first inning, Stevens flied to center field into a double play. That's the play that Dom DiMaggio was thrown out at the plate. Here's the pitch. We're going to have a second roll here. Something might happen. Anything over a 15, Williams may score. And it's a base hit. Williams rounds third. He scores. Red Sox take the lead, 1-0.
2 outs, men on first.
Stevens on first. Walt Dropo stepping up. He grounded to short his first time up. Hutchinson throws. And he strikes out Dropo.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the fourth.
At the end of 3, it's the Red Sox 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. The Tigers, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Aaron Robinson, Hutchinson, and the top of the lineup, LaPon, due up to face Chuck Stubbs. Here's the pitch.
Ball 4.
And for the second time today, Robinson walks.
No outs, men on first.
You got a 196 hitter and you walk him twice. You're just asking for trouble. The corners are playing in, looking for the bunt. Here's the pitch by Stubbs.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Here's the second roll. And he's going to pop out to end to make the out, there's going to be no advancement on that failed sacrifice.
1 out, men on first.
Robinson's still on first. Johnny LaPon up. He's batting .345 for the season. He grounded to short and walked his first 2 times at the plate. And he's going to walk again.
One out, men on first and second.
Well, once again, Staubs is in some trouble. He's been in trouble the whole game. It's surprising that the Tigers have not scored. And we're going to have a roll here prior to Pretty seeing a pitch. We're going to find out if it's a pickoff attempt, a wild pitch, a pass ball. Let's find out. It's a possible wild pitch, but Staubs with a 6 there means he did not have a wild pitch the entire season, so no matter what I hit here, there will not be a wild pitch.
1 out, men on first and second.
Pretty stepping in, batting .261. He's singled and grounded to third his 2 times up. And he's going to fly out to center field for the second out.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Staubs may be lucky and get out of this, but he's going to face the best hitter on the Tigers, George Kell. Kell is a .408 batter. He's flied to right and singled. Robinson at second, LaPon at first. Staubs looks in at Kell and throws. And he's going to hit the ball to second. He's going to be out at first.
No runs, no hits, and 2 left on.
And once again, Staubs gets out of an inning with runners on base. At the end of 3.5, it's Boston 1, Detroit nothing.
Bottom of the 4th.
Did I say, I don't know if I said the end of 3.5 or 4.5, but it was the end of 3.5. So here we go in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bobby Doerr, Al Zarilla, Bertie Tebbets due up against Hutchinson. Bobby Doerr, a .385 hitter, flied to right his first time up. And he's going to hit the ball to third. We're going to have an error check on George Kell. Kell is a good third baseman. And there'll be no error. He's out, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Al Zarilla stepping in. He lined out to second his first time up. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit the ball to Kell at third, over to first, 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Kell has been busy this inning. Bertie Tebbets steps in. Bertie Tebbets singled his last time up. Hutchinson throws. And he's going to line out to right fielder Wirtz.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
At the end of 4, Boston 1, Detroit nothing.
Top of the 5th.
Vic Wirtz is going to lead off for the Tigers here in the 5th. It's going to be Wirtz, Evers, and Groth. Staubs is either going to complete the 5th or 6th inning, it looks like, unless he pitches really well. He won't get any further than that today. He's thrown a lot of pitches. Wirtz steps in. He's walked, and he's walked, and he's grounded pitcher to shortstop on a fielder's choice. And he's going to line out to Williams and left.
1 out, bases empty.
Hoot Evers steps up, 1 away. Evers lined out to second, fly to left his first 2 times. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as he strikes out.
2 outs, bases empty.
This so far is a pretty clean inning. I don't want to jinx him. Groth is stepping up, but hopefully I didn't. He's walked and singled. If Staubs can get him, if memory serves me correct, it'll be the first 1, 2, 3 inning. Let's go and see what happens. And he's going to ground out pitcher to first.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
At the end of 4.5, Boston 1, Detroit nothing, and Staubs did well and got out of that inning.
Bottom of the fifth.
And he's going to start by batting here in the bottom of the fifth, followed by the top of the order, Dom DiMaggio, Johnny Pesky. Stobbs is a pretty good hitter. Hutchinson throws. And he signals to center field right on cue.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Stobbs is taking a short lead off first. Dom DiMaggio is looking out at Hutchinson, who throws the ball. And he hits a line drive to center field. Stobbs, it looks like he's going to hold up at second. Well, no, we've got another throw here. If this is a 1 or 2, this is going to be a triple, and Stobbs is going to score. No, the other way around. It had to be 4, 5, or 6. It would have been a triple. My mistake. Anyway, it's a 2. DiMaggio singles. Stobbs holds at second.
No outs, men on first and second. The defense is playing in at the corners.
That confuses me. Depending on if it's an offensive play or defensive play, it's either over or under that number, and I get confused at times. So hopefully you'll forgive that mistake. Johnny Pesky stepping in. Pesky has singled and grounded into a double play. Once again, the Red Sox have no outs, runners on first and second, a promising inning. Let's see if they can do something with it. Hutchinson pitches to Pesky. And he's going to hit the ball to short. It's going to go to second to first for double play. And once again, the Red Sox hit into a double
they turn
play.
Their third double play of the game. 2 outs, men on third.
Well, I hate to say this, but when you have that many opportunities and you don't take advantage of them, even if you're currently ahead in the game, you usually end up losing the game. 3 double plays in situations like the Red Sox have had today usually is a killer. But hopefully that won't happen. Stobbs is on third. 2 away. Ted Williams is going to step up. He's walked and doubled. And he's going to ground out pitcher to first.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
And once again, the Red Sox blow a good opportunity. At the end of 5, it's the Red Sox 1, the Tigers nothing.
Top of the 6th.
As we go to the top of the 6th, Callaway, Robinson, and the pitcher Hutchinson is due up. Callaway has singled and flied to right field. Stobbs looks like he may be on his last inning unless he can breeze by this group of players. The ball's hit to short, over to first, he's out.
1 out, base is empty.
Robinson stepping in. He's a 196 hitter. He's walked twice, which is amazing to me how Stobbs has let him do that. He's let him get away twice. Let's see what happens the third time.
Ball 4.
There you go. Talk about being amazed. You have a 196 hitter and you put him on in front of the pitcher 3 times. I think I'd yell at him.
1 out, man on first.
If I was really the manager and he came into the dugout. And now we have the infamous wild pitch pass ball pickoff attempt. Possible wild pitch, but Stobbs, as you've seen before, can't throw a wild pitch.
1 out, man on first.
Runner on first, Hutchinson up. They're in at the corners.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Here's the roll. And it's a successful sacrifice this time. The last time he tried it, he popped out, but this time it's successful.
2 outs, man on second.
2 away, top of the order. Stobbs is looking in on Johnny LaPon. He's a .345 hitter with no home runs, 14 RBIs. Stobbs strikes him out. Here's the boost check to see if Stobbs is coming back.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
And he's going to have 10 more batters to face because he passed his check. So he will be pitching the next inning.
Bottom of the 6th.
At the end of 5.5, Red Sox still lead 1-0. Stevens, Dropo, and Dorr do up the middle of the order for the Red Sox. Vern Stevens has flied into a double play, and he singled and knocked in a run, the only run the Red Sox have had today. He's batting .355. Hutchinson pitches. And he's going to pop out to Kell at third.
1 out, bases empty.
Dropo stepping in, who's grounded to short and struck out. He's batting .284, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And he will hit a grounder to third. He'll be out at first. Kell's been a busy man today.
2 outs, bases empty.
And the Red Sox last hope this inning, Bobby Dorr, a .383 hitter who's flied to right and grounded out to George Kell. And he's going to hit the ball to short. It's going to be off his glove for a single. Dorr has an infield hit.
2 outs, men on first.
Al Zarilla stepping in. Al Zarilla was born in Los Angeles, California, May 1st, 1919. And he passed away on August 28th, 1996, in one of my favorite places on earth, Honolulu, Hawaii. Zarilla's a lefty. Hutchinson's a righty. Runner on first, 2 away. Here's the pitch. And he's going to hit the ball to second. Over to first. The inning's going to be over.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 6, still Boston leading, 1-0.
Top of the 7th.
Here in the 7th, we're going to lead off with Jerry Pretty. Pretty made his major league debut on April 17th, 1941 for the New York Yankees, and he will play until September of 1953 for the Detroit Tigers, when he will retire at the end of that season. In today's game, he singled, grounded to third, and flied to center. He's a .260 hitter. Here's the pitch by Stobbs. And we're going to have another roll. It's going to be a hit of some kind. It's a possible home run. We're going to have to roll one more time. Only way it's not a home run if this is a 1. And it's a single as the Red Sox dodge another bullet.
No outs, men on first.
George Kell steps up to the plate. George Kell made his major league debut in 1943 with the Philadelphia Athletics and ended his career 14 years later with the Baltimore Orioles. He had 2,054 hits in his major league career, and this is one of his better years in 1950 when he batted .340. For the replay, he's batting .405. In this game, he's flied to right, single, grounded to second. Pretty's on first. Stobbs looks in at him and fires the pitch.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
That's a surprise. We're going to have another roll here. And it's a successful sacrifice. First to second.
1 out, men on second.
If I seemed a little hesitant, it's because I have no idea why the AI has the best hitter on the team bunting with a team down by 1 run. But we'll find out if this strategy works, as Pretty's in scoring position for Vic Wertz, who is a .296 hitter. He walked, grounded back to the pitcher, lined out to left. Stobbs throws. And he's going to double the center field. So much for my strategy. Vic Wertz doubles in the tying run. And the AI is vindicated.
1 out, men on second.
Hoot Evers stepping in to the batter's box. Stobbs looks at him. He's lined to second, fly to left, and struck out. He's going to line out to center field for the second out of the inning.
2 outs, man on second.
Game is now tied. Joni Groth stepping into the batter's box. He's walked, singled, and grounded back to the pitcher. Staubs throws. And he's going to hit a ground ball to second. He's going to be out at first.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 6.5, it is all tied up at 1.
Bottom of the 7th.
Well, we're back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bertie Tebbetts, Staubs, and DiMaggio are due up for the Red Sox. Bertie Tebbetts played for the Red Sox 47, 48, 49, and 50. This will be his last year with the Red Sox. He'll move on to the Cleveland Indians 51 and 52, where he'll retire as a player. In 1954, he becomes the manager of the Cincinnati Reds, manages them for a few years and is let go. Then he goes on in 61 and 62 to manage the Milwaukee Braves. And in 63 goes on to manage the Cleveland Indians from 63 to 66. Hutchinson looks at Tebbetts, who's singled and lined out to right. And he's going to ground to Kell at third. Oh, he's going to be out at first. Kell is a busy
1 out,
man.
base is empty.
Staubs is I'm going to let him hit. And he's a good hitter. He's a better pitcher than I have for relief pitchers. And no reason to take him out. And he's going to fly out to left field, 2 away.
2 outs, base is empty.
I guess the AI is out managing me today. Dom DiMaggio is coming to bat. He's singled, hit by a pitch. He's hit another single. He's batting .329 on the season. Hutchinson throws. And he's going to hit a short fly to center field to end the inning.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
At the end of 7, we're all tied at 1.
Top of the 8th.
Callaway, Robinson, Hutchinson due up third for the Tigers. Staubs is looking in at Callaway. He's a .350 hitter, 3 home runs, 34 runs batted in for the season. He's singled. He's flied to right and grounded to short. We're going to have a second roll here to see if DiMaggio can run down this ball. He cannot. It's a base hit.
No outs, man on first.
Callaway gets the leadoff runner on for the inning here in the top of the 8th. Aaron Robinson is the guy that has the funniest line today. 196 hitter, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and Staubs has walked him 3 times. My guess is there may be a bunt. There isn't. It's a comebacker right to the mound. He throws to second with a force out. We're going to try for a double play. And we're going to not make it, as Robinson's going to beat out the throw.
1 out, men on first.
Almost made the same mistake with that. Anyway, runner on first, 1 away, infield playing halfway. I don't know why the infield's playing. Well, 1 out. Is he going to bunt? He could bunt. I'm bringing the corners in.
The manager calls for a pinch hitter.
Well, that does that.
They're calling for the pinch runner.
Okay, now we're going to play halfway. We're backing up the first baseman and the third baseman. Dick Kryhowski is coming up. He's 0 for 4 for the season. For the year in real life, he batted .219 with 4 home runs. He has not got a hit this year in the PC replay season.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Okay, I'm really being outmanaged. And as a sacrifice, as Mullen goes to second.
2 outs, man on second.
Mullen's on second. 2 outs. Stobbs is facing Johnny LaPon, who's grounded to short, walked twice, struck out. He's a .343 hitter. Pretty is not a good hitter. The winning run's on second. This looks to me like an intentional walk.
Ball 4. Take the base. 2 outs, men on first and second.
Hopefully I'm not over managing. I'm facing a .264 hitter in Jerry Pretty. Stobbs looks at him and throws. Let's find out. Oh, God. Stobbs has no control.
2 outs, bases loaded.
And now I have to face Kell with the bases loaded. Talk about being outmanaged. This is going to be one of my worst managed games I've played all year. And he's going to ground out pitcher to first base.
No runs, 1 hit, and 3 left on.
At the end of 7.5, it's still tied at 1. And that's not because I'm a good manager. That's because the dice worked in my favor.
Bottom of the 8th. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
Paul Calvert coming in. Swift is also coming in at catcher. Let's see if I have any information on Calvert here. As I flip in my book. I do not have any information on Calvert, so we'll take it off the card. He's made 32 relief appearances in real life. 51 innings. He's got a .631 ERA and a whip of 1.87. For this season, though, he's doing a lot better than his card. He's got an ERA of 3.0, a whip of 1.39, and he's allowed 19 hits in 18 innings. He's going to be facing Johnny Pesky. Here's the pitch. Pesky flies out to Wirtz and right, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's a guy you want up when you tied late in the game. Ted Williams, batting .344, 12 home runs, 49 runs batted in. He walked, he doubled, and he grounded back to the mound. And he flies to center field, 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Vern Stevens stepping in. Stevens flied into a double play in the first inning and singled, knocked in the only run the Red Sox have had this game, and he popped out to third. Calvert looks at Stevens and throws. Stevens singles to right field. Wirtz picks it up, throws it in.
2 outs, men on first.
And here we go. Walt Dropo has a chance to be a hero. Dropo has grounded to short, struck out, and grounded to third. Stevens at first. Calvert on the mound. Dropo up. Here's the pitch. And there it goes. Dropo hits a home run. into the center field bleachers as it lands in the seats. And the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. How do you like that?
2 outs, bases empty.
Boy, is that some dramatics. Well, I think I'm going to give Walt Dropo a kiss saving my ass here with a home run as I mismanaged most of this game. And there's a double by Bobby Doerr. I think Calvert
2 outs, man on second.
is pitching up to his original season. He is not pitching up to his season he's thrown so far for the Tigers. Al Zarilla stepping in. He's a .352 batter. We've got an insurance run on second base with Bobby Doerr. There's 2 away. Calvert throws to Zarilla. And he pops it out to third. Cal puts it away.
2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 left on.
The Red Sox have taken the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning on a Walt Dropo 2-run homer. The Red Sox lead 3-1 going to the top of the 9th.
Top of the 9th.
Can Chuck Stobbs get out of this? I want to see who's in the bullpen. I only have 3 pitchers available, only one of which is a reliever. It looks like Stobbs is on his own here. He's going to be facing Vic Wertz, Hoot Evers, Joni Groth. Wertz is a .300 hitter with 11 home runs, 47 runs batted in. The pitch, he lines out to the right fielder, Zarilla, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
1 away, Hoot Evers steps in. He's a right-handed batter against Stobbs, a left-handed pitcher. Evers is lined to second, fly to left, struck out, lined out to center field. He's batting .267. Here's the pitch. And he hits a line drive to Pesky at third, who doesn't have to move. He puts it away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Red Sox are down to only having to get 1 out to win this game. The Tigers, on the other hand, are down to their last out. Joni Groth is stepping in. He's walked. He's singled. He's grounded out to the pitcher and grounded out second to first. Stobbs looks at him. He pitches. It's a ground ball to second. Doerr up with it. Throws to first. The game is over.
Wins a close one. Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
I can't believe I won that game. The Red Sox win 3-1. Red Sox have 3 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. To the Tigers, 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors. Chuck Stobbs throws a complete game. He's now 5-3. Paul Calvert, in relief, takes the loss. He gave up the home run to Walt Dropo. MVP of the game is Stobbs. Let's check out the box score. DiMaggio went 2 for 3. He had a good game. Stevens went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Of course, Dropo with the big 2-run homer in the 8th. Bobby Doerr had a couple of hits. And they maintained their .300 team batting average. When we move over here to Detroit, Pretty had 2 hits. He went 2 for 4. Callaway went 2 for 4. And Stobbs had quite a line. He walked 9 batters and still won the game. It's unbelievable that they only scored 1 run when Stobbs walked 9 batters. It's really hard to believe, but he's now 5-3. Calvert's 1-1. Let's go back to the ballpark. We'll end the game. We will check out what happened in the rest of the games today on Saturday, June 10th. Once again, the Red Sox defeated Detroit 3-1. The Philadelphia A's lost at home to Cleveland 12-2. The White Sox defeated the Senators on the road 3-2. The Yankees lose, which is good for the Red Sox. They lose to the St. Louis Browns, which is a gift. The Braves lost to the Cubs at home, and in home I mean Chicago Cubs. They played at Wrigley Field. Cincinnati Reds they played at home and lost to Brooklyn. And the St. Louis Cardinals were at home and they lost to the Giants. Moving over to the standings, this ought to really tighten up the race. Detroit shows in first place. 682 is their percentage points, although they're a half game back with 30 and 14. The Yankees 32 and 15 at 681, and the Red Sox at 667. They're at 34 and 17. This is quite a race I've picked out to put on YouTube. And as we check the schedule, let's check next week's games. See what we've got on tap. We'll start with Wednesday, Red Sox at Cleveland. Thursday, Red Sox at Cleveland. Friday, Red Sox at Detroit again, so that means they'll be at Detroit on Saturday. So our next game will be Red Sox at the Indians. Ellis Kinder against Bob Lemon. And I will send out a notice for that game in case you guys don't remember what I just said. Anyway, this has been quite a game, and I thank you all for joining me, and I can't wait to see you all again here on the channel. Hope you have a nice weekend.